Francisco! The 49ers moving on to the NFC Championship game after a crazy and epic win in horrible conditions at Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra against the top-seeded Green Bay Packers. This 49ers offense wasn't able to do anything all throughout the game, but at the end of the day, San Francisco comes through in the clutch. They buckle down, they show up, they show out, and they send home the top-seeded Green Bay Packers to move on to the NFC Championship game. Our post-game show brought to you right here on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. Thanks to our friends of the Fetch Rewards app. Download the app, scan your receipts, and get bonus points back and get free gift cards in the process by going to chatsports.com/fetch. Enter the promo code 49ers. Man, we are litty, and we're answering your questions right here on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. We start off with this super chat coming in from Steve Peterson. I'm not crying, you're crying. You can't make this stuff up. San Francisco was down and out throughout this entire football game. It looked as though they were going to lose throughout the first three quarters. At the fourth quarter, Niners had some hope, but they pulled this one out in absolutely epic fashion. 13-10 is your final. The offense really wasn't able to do anything. The defense is really what deserves so much credit. They gave up a 69-yard drive on the opening drive of the game as Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, as well as Aaron Jones were able to carve up, slice up, dice up this 49ers defense and score a touchdown on the opening drive of the game. From that point on, the San Francisco defense, led by defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans, who could get a head coaching job over the next couple of days, gave up 3 points from that point on. Yeah, you heard that correctly. From the opening drive until the end of the game, the Niners defense gave up 3 points. A great pass rush. The defensive line for San Francisco was tremendous. They were without Ambry Thomas. They were shorthanded in that secondary, still able to step up and come through with a crazy, crazy win. This team is a team of destiny. This team has worked its magic. This team has gone on the road now in 3 consecutive weeks against the Rams, against the Cowboys, against the Packers as underdogs, and each time they have come through with a win. It was snowing. It was windy. The conditions were terrible. The momentum was with Green Bay. Either way, San Francisco able to pull out a win, and here on our post-game show, we're interacting with the audience better than any YouTube channel out there, and we are taking your questions and your comments. John Wallace with the $5 super chat. We beat Dallas. We beat the number 1 seed. We are for real. Who's next? LFG. So who's next? The winner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Can you imagine if San Francisco has yet another rematch for the third time this year against the Los Angeles Rams, who Kyle Shanahan has owned over the last several matchups? Crazy to think about that. We'll see after that game tomorrow between Tampa Bay and Los Angeles. Sealand Siege 20, $5 super chat. Jimmy G, I hate you and I love you. And that is really the entire Jimmy Garoppolo experience. Jimmy Garoppolo throughout this game was terrible. And I understand that Garoppolo was dealing with the shoulder injury. He was dealing with the torn ligament in his thumb, all in that right throwing shoulder. And he was bad to start this game. He threw 1 interception, and he threw a bevy of other interceptable passes. But what we've been saying about Jimmy Garoppolo all throughout this year, all throughout his Niners career, 1, he wins games, top 5 in winning percentage among all quarterbacks going back to 2017, and he comes through in the clutch. 2-minute drills at the end of halves, end of games. Jimmy Garoppolo is as cool as a cucumber. He is cool, calm, and collected. And sometimes you see quarterbacks panic in those situations. For Jimmy Garoppolo, I think it benefits him because he doesn't have to overthink or think too much. He takes the read, he delivers the football, he gets rid of the football, and he goes through his progressions and makes the throws that he needs to make. When he has to think too much, that's when Jimmy Garoppolo is at his worst. Now, before we get to the next super chat, I want to get to some injury news. Deebo Samuel did go down in the second half with a rib type of injury. Now, he returned on the next series to play for San Francisco. He also left the game later with what seemed to be an ankle injury. We're reacting to this game right in the moment, right after it concluded. Kyle Shanahan will talk to reporters and the media about Deebo Samuel's injury, but a couple of things to monitor with Deebo. Rib injury, at least it appeared, because he seemed to be out of air. And then later in that game, he limped off the field on one leg after Kyle Shanahan, brilliant play call, 3rd and long, Packers with no timeouts, Niners on a 3rd and long, had to either pass the ball or run the ball. And on a 3rd and long, Kyle Shanahan elects to run the football with Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel picks up the first down, and in the process, he got injured. So there are a couple of injury issues with Deebo Samuel moving ahead to the NFC Championship game. Outside of quarterback, he might be the most valuable player offensively among all offensive players in the NFL because of his ability to change the complexion of games through the air and on the ground. His injury status going to be a major talking point moving forward for San Francisco. $20 super chat coming in from Kevin Amuda. So with that, I already have a shot poured of tequila. And to celebrate this win with 2,600 people watching live, now 2,700 people watching live, thanks to all of you watching after the fact for our post-game show, cheers to the Niner gang, cheers to the faithful, cheers to the Niner Empire. Tonight, we were able to surpass 52,000 subscribers as the most watched, most viewed, and largest 49ers News and Rumors channel on YouTube. We shouted out Patrick Willis on the Hall of Fame ballot for getting to 52K. We're trying to get to 53K next. Shout out to Navarro Bowman. Shout out to Kevin for that super chat. And with that, brutal takedown. I ask you this question, Niner gang. Get that comment section popping. Your one word to describe this upset over Green Bay. Epic, phenomenal, crazy, insane. Those are a couple of one-word reactions that I have. Let's do Fetch Rewards first. You give me your one-word reactions to describe this upset over the top-seeded Green Bay Packers. And is Aaron Rodgers ever going to play a game for the Packers again? To be determined. Our 49ers Report post-game show brought to you by the Fetch Rewards app. This app has been a game changer for me. Why is that, Chase? Because you can scan your receipts from any purchase that you make at any store. Big retail stores like Walmart, local mom and pop shops if you like supporting local businesses, and in the process, by taking your phone out, like this example to my right, hitting that orange button, you take a picture of your receipts and you gain points every time you take a picture of your receipt. And over time, you rack up bonus points, and that then leads to you getting free gift cards to places like Amazon, Target, Walmart, Fanatics. All you have to do, download the Fetch Rewards app by going to chatsports.com/fetch. Enter the promo code 49ers. Upon sign up, by just using that link in that promo code, you get 3,000 bonus points. And then, hey, you'll be on your way to earning points on any receipt from any store or restaurant, and in the process, redeem those points for gift cards and other rewards. Gary Street, $5 super chat. Through so much stuff, this team has given so much heart. I'm so glad I'm wrong. Living in Wisconsin and being a Niners fan is tough, but not tonight. Happy flight. And I hope that you were flying a Niners flag outside of your crib, Gary, because this has really been the story of the Niners' entire season. They started the year 3-5. They have now won 9 of 11 football games to put them in a position where they are 1 win away from making it into the Super Bowl for the second time since 2019. Kyle Shanahan, shout out to you. Jimmy Garoppolo for coming through in the clutch, shout out to you. And everybody else in this Niners organization and on this Niners team for coming through when everybody had the odds stacked up against you. Ian Chase, $10, did not see that, be honest. Not where my money would have been, but San Francisco. Better yet, San Fran fucking Cisco. Love you, Chase, and I love you, Ian Chase. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Nobody saw this coming, although me, yours truly, host of the 49ers Report, I put $20 on the Niners to cover +6, and I told you all week I think San Francisco can win this game. $5 super chat coming in from Rocket Shorts Mango. The Niners are battle-hardened against all odds. The 49ers have eliminated the Packers. Niners. Dude, I mean, you can't make this up. And all of us are just feeling in a similar fashion. Like, is this real? Is this real? 3-5 to start the year, 9 of 11 wins to end the season, including the playoffs. You go on the road, must-win game, fall down 17-0 against the Los Angeles Rams. You win. You go on the road against the Cowboys. You win in a game that comes down to the final play. Then you go on the road against the number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers, and you take down Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay after an opening drive that spans 69 yards and a touchdown from A.J. Dillon, 6 yards. You hold the Packers in the final 3.5 quarters to just 3 points? What a job by DeMeco Ryans. What a job from this coaching staff to make adjustments. And in crunch time, in a pressure-packed situation, what a job from this 49ers offense and Kyle Shanahan. Ed Blevins, $5 super chat. By the way, I'll drink to all of these later. I'm shotgunning a beer to celebrate this win. Go Niners. Who do you think next week, Tampa Bay or LA? So we make weekly bets here at Chat Sports. I took Tampa Bay to win, but I really see this game going either way. With Tampa Bay, they are so ravaged by injuries, but they have Tom Brady. And over time, you know, I'm 30 years old, just turned 30 on January 10. Tom Brady came into the league in the early 2000s, and he has won 7 Super Bowls. I've learned over time to not bet against him. But because Tampa Bay is so injured, I could see the Rams winning this game. But I'll take Tom Brady over Matthew Stafford, even given the injuries. I think it's going to be Tampa Bay, San Francisco next week in the NFC Championship game. Now here during our 49ers Report post-game show, we're reacting to this game live with the entire faithful, with about 3,000 people watching live. And if you love the Niners, if you love the content that we're bringing you, first of all, subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button down below. But also, we are selling San Francisco t-shirts if you use that link down below. Chatsports.com/SF. Get your shirts right now. We've had people buy them from Australia, Texas, England, all across the globe. They've been going like hotcakes. Get yours right now by going to chatsports.com/SF. Colors available in black, scarlet red, as well as white. I'll put that link in the comments section as well as the description of this video. Lastly, who's today's MVP? Who was today's MVP? Look, so many people that you can really point to as far as who was the 49ers MVP. I mean, DeMeco Ryans, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, with a shorthanded secondary. Guys like Dante Johnson, K'Wan Williams, Josh Norman, and Emmanuel Mosley, Jaquiski Tartt, Jimmy Ward able to come through. George Kittle had a couple of big plays. Deebo Samuel fighting through those injuries. A bunch of guys who could be named as MVP. You let me know who your MVP is right now in the comment section below this video. Jonathan R. with this $10 super chat. Let's go Niner Empire. We did it. Nobody wants any of us. We fought like warriors and are coming back for more. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Look, I had this feeling a couple weeks ago during that comeback against the Rams. I had this feeling against that win against the Cowboys. And I had this feeling tonight. Look, I don't want to get emotional, but I got to keep it real. My mom passed away back in 2018 due to cancer. And I truly have felt emotional during our live shows and our watch parties during these epic wins because I've just felt as though everything has trended toward the direction of me being extremely blessed. I got the job at Chat Sports. They gave me the host role of the 49ers Report. I dealt with very difficult times emotionally. I went through depression, anxiety, got through my last job, which I hated. I came here, it's been life-changing. And I came here and took over the 49ers Report. And the 49ers have gone on this absolutely epic run. They start the year 3-5. They end the year 9-11, going into the NFC Championship game. And nobody expected them, including me, to be here. Now, I expected and predicted the Niners to win 11 games. They won 10. But for them to be here is just crazy. And I feel as though this team is a team of destiny. And me, I just feel as though my mom is looking down upon me. And I am just so blessed to interact with a phenomenal fan base. It really has been life-changing for me in a multitude of reasons. David Velez, $20 super chat. Chase, you beautiful man. We effing did it. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Look, we didn't do it yet, but we did it tonight. San Francisco did it tonight. And David Velez, thank you for that $20 super chat again. I'll drink to these after. I'm doing a shotgun to celebrate. Producer Jeremy and I are going to go to a bar after the game. But, hey, man, I mean, you call me beautiful. I call San Francisco beautiful. I call the Niners beautiful. This has been an unbelievable ride. And this is one of the most iconic brands, logos, franchises, and not just NFL history, but 49ers history, man. And for San Francisco to end the year having won 9 of 11 games is absolutely crazy. Bang, bang, Niner gang, straight up. And another San Francisco. David, we fucking did it, man. Before we get out of here on our post-game show, let's recap this all. And of course, we'll be staying live for a little while. Niners 13, Packers 10. Packers took a 7-0 early lead. First drive of the game, they scored a touchdown, 69 yards. It took up much of that first quarter. And Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, they were humming. They were clicking. They had the momentum. And this San Francisco offense was awful. And they were awful for much of the night. But when they needed to step up, they stepped up. And this Niners defense under DeMeco Ryans deserves so much credit. I think DeMeco Ryans, with this performance, with the Cowboys' performance, with the Rams' performance, is going to earn a viable chance at being a head coach of a football team next year. Because his defense, with a lackluster secondary and a very good defensive line and pass rush, has been able to take down in consecutive weeks Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, and the top-seeded Green Bay Packers led by the likely MVP and Aaron Rodgers. And in doing so, Aaron Rodgers might not play a game for the Packers ever again. That's the funeral. And that's why when I came to work today, I rocked all black. Black shirt, black pants, black underwear as well. No joke. Shout out to Manscaped. I rocked all black because I wanted this to be the Packers' funeral. And it was indeed the Packers' funeral. How confident are you going into the NFC Championship game? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. You let me know in the comments section. And we have more playoff football to talk about all this week. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned because we're breaking everything down over the next several days.